Hello and welcome to the Battlefield 5 Top Plays. Today's episode is a special one, lots of backrages. As you know, if you play Battlefield 5, Grind has made a return, a game mode that everyone really enjoys playing, mainly on Twisted Steel when you're on the bridge like this, a clip from Enders, and you just go on a massive flank. We have around 25 minutes, probably pushing over 25 minutes by the time I've edited this video, of just insane flanking maneuvers. Starting out, we will be taking a look at quite a few on Twisted Steel. If that isn't your bag, if you don't really like that sort of stuff, you can skip forward in the video a little bit and see some backrages on other maps. I've also tried to exclude the Type 2A where possible, because even after the TTK patch it still is pretty damn good and potentially annoying to watch, but there are a few Type 2A clips in there, so you'll just have to deal with them. Remember, you can check out the players' channels in the description down below if you want to see more of this sort of content. Let's get into the clip. So starting out, we had Enders. Moving on, we have RageCake with potentially an even better clip. Moving on, yet another Twisted Steel clip, this time with EXO playing in the Assault class and what looks like the Sturmgewehr. An awesome clip with some great accuracy. Now you might be wondering why the clip before with EXO was so jittery. It's because he plays with a very high sensitivity and he's just a very talented player. Check him out on stream. But moving on to a clip in a similar position, as I said, a few Twisted Steel clips is Fiskin Hero and a massive spray down. Luckily for him, the enemy players around him are pretty clueless. This happens on console and PC. There's no discrimination between blind players. They're all over the place. A pretty funny clip. Moving out to a different location, it's Rotterdam, and Shady NZ coming in with a nice medic clip, starting out with the Suomi and a 1300 point stack to cap Bravo objective, or at least start to cap it, before moving off to the rear of the bridge in search of more enemy players. Since the TTK change, as you see a nice bit of Twitch aim style there, you've got a few weapons in the medic class that you can pick from. I did make a video taking a look at the top picks in each class, especially if you're looking to maximize the DPS and of course the effectiveness of each class. You can check out that video on the channel if you're looking for it, but simply you can now be looking at more than just the Type 2A, the Suomi being quite a solid choice if you can put up with that horizontal recoil. The second clip he sent in is on Narvik, another Grind clip. This one really satisfying to watch as he blasts through the enemy team on Charlie objective. So many people for him to take down, and luckily for him, it's a flank and not many of them are looking. Enjoy. Maxeat's coming in with an awesome clip. You know, a player like this, playing on the console, who is incredibly good at the game, his map knowledge is insane, he's just good with everything. He can play Grind in the Recon class and still be super effective. Starting out with a collateral with this Lee Enfield, picking up 4 kills in that feed so far. A few more players in front of him, yet another collateral in that clip. And then this final guy, taken out with the Lee Enfield. An awesome clip with the Recon class on Grind. This episode of the Top Plays is sponsored by Instant Gaming. If you're looking for some cheap game keys, either on the PC, Xbox or PlayStation, you can check out the link down below in the description. You'll be helping out the channel. At the same time, there's a load of good stuff on there, as you can see in the background. They have loads of deals on all the time, especially for Battlefield games. You can pick up any Battlefield game for absolutely nothing. It's well worth doing. Check out the link in the description down below. Two clips from Sato0821. The first, a sniping clip on Twisted Steel. This time it's not grind, it's breakthrough. The accuracy involved in this one with the Resurgence is fantastic. The second clip he sent in is another sniping clip on Rotterdam, this time once again with the Resurgence on breakthrough, but a slightly different position as he gets this angle on players who aren't looking at him and strings together a selection of headshots. And now moving on to something a little, well, I don't want to say less skillful, because shotguns in the game sometimes do require good positioning and aim, but most of the time like that it's just hip-fire spray and pray against enemies that aren't looking. He did send in a few shotgun streaks. The second one, once again on Operation Underground, picking up a collateral there in a big pile of enemies. You're always going to get collats with the shotguns. This is the model 37, I believe, racking up a bunch of kills. An awesome back rage. And finally, yet another shotgun streak, starting out with, I think he shoots an incendiary grenade causing a massive fireball, just gets a couple of reloads in, starts to rethink what he's going to do, and then pushes through on a big shotgun streak. Moving on, it's chicken, beef or lamb, playing on Twisted Steel, the favourite grind map for anyone looking to get these big back rages. Gets behind the enemy team and starts to take them to pieces.
Now we're on grind.
Pushing onto a bit of Battlefield 1, I thought I'd include it because sometimes in Battlefield 1 you had these awesome back rage moments with shotguns, usually shotguns, maybe the SMG-08 or an Automatico or potentially an LMG, but for me the Model 10A was the most satisfying. Here we have Dexter on Argonne Forest getting into the enemy nest on Alpha Objective. Not strictly back rages, but awesome to watch. It's EN98 coming in with a bunch of clips. The first is going to be on Operation Underground. He's sniping with the Lee Enfield in Operation Underground, not something that many people decide to do, because of course sniping is not really designed for close range engagements in Battlefield 5. An awesome clip though, those headshots, putting them all together, really accurate stuff. The second clip from the other side of Operation Underground, once again a satisfying sniping clip. Moving on, it's back to Twisted Steel Grind. Kasatos with 2 clips. The first with this grease gun, getting behind the enemy team and starting to spray them to pieces. Has to be a little bit more conservative on this one because sometimes on flanks you'll find people not all lining up ready to be shot in the back of the head. 1 or 2 will be looking behind them, making sure they can't get flanked. And in this case, Bravo is stacked with enemy players and it's just him and maybe 1 or 2 other teammates looking to cap it. A nice clip.
Pareil. C'est vraiment ici là. Je peux sauter. Je peux sauter. Ouais, là je tombe.
The second is more of a clean clip, I suppose, as he does get behind the enemy team and puts together around 8 or 9 kills in 1 stack.
Je sais que ça, voilà.
SolDoppu.
Critique mine de montage. Hein. I want my name everywhere.
Ouais, bon bah, tu sais quoi, tu peux quitter.
Bah, juste que je vais me coucher.
Je vais me coucher, je vais voir si c'est bon.
King AJ's got 2 clips. Twisted Steel, Suomi, KP, 31. 16 kills in around 40 seconds or so. Big point stack on Bravo objective. Luckily for him, these enemy players are completely clueless. That's why it's towards the back end of this video. I tried to put some of the blind enemy clips at the back because I know a few of you watch them and it makes you a bit frustrated. 1, how bad some enemies are, but 2, why you never come across them in Battlefield. I'm one of those people. I never find these blind enemies when I play. It's so frustrating, but an awesome clip nonetheless.
What are they doing? Oh my god. Jesus.
And the second clip he sent in is 17 kills in under a minute. 17 kills. You only get 32 enemies on the enemy team, so he's killed over half of the enemy team in around 45 seconds. Really cool stuff. A couple of headshots in there as well with his Suomi. Perfect range for the Suomi. This is where you want to be using it. Bravo objective just full of these blind enemy players.
This is a clip. Alright, I think the clip's over. I don't know. We'll see in a second.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going
The clip's still somewhat going.
fucking brain gun. Oh my god.
Damn.
NXS Tobi is next. It's going to be similar to what we just saw, a big spray down with the Suomi. Enjoy this just demolition job on the enemy team. A few clips from Prophet RKS, the first on Rotterdam. Spotting some enemies in the distance with the jungle carbine. It's an aggressive 5-man feed, accurate and fast on Alpha objective. And then this one from Prophet RKS is the last clip he sent in. It's a Selbstlader M1916 streak. How often do you see this weapon in the top plays? Not very often at all, but again, it's Twisted Steel Grind. You know, when DICE introduce this grind game mode for the limited time, everyone just plays it on repeat. That's why you see an influx of top plays clips on this one map with some big back rages. An awesome clip though with a weapon that you don't often see.
That's not gonna look really good. Oh Jesus Christ, dude.
SolDoppu's next. It's Rotterdam, playing on Grind, getting behind the enemy team with the ZK383, a weapon that has seen a slight resurgence in popularity. Bravo objective is stacked with enemy players, not exactly covering himself in glory with that accuracy, a bit of hipfire spray and pray to start things off, but he does keep the streak going, and he gets a lot of kills in this one. I said I wouldn't include too many Type 2A clips, well this one from Sol is going to be in here because it is an epic flank on Charlie objective Narvik on a game of Grind. Loads of players taken down, all adding to a big point stack as he starts to cap the central objective. Umar Kings is next, 12 kills in total on Twisted Steel with the M1A1 and a few kills with gadgets. This is how you use the assault class on Grind, the Piat still proving to be absolutely awesome versus enemy players hiding behind sandbags. Viktor Scars coming in next. This is using the medic class, lots of enemy players on Alpha. Just, you'll see in a second, a little spray as he comes around the side of this truck here. So many players just kind of scared, hiding behind cover as they know he's coming for them. Still loads of players on Alpha, racking up so many kills in total. A really satisfying flank. The second clip sent in from Viktor. Scar is playing on Operation Underground. Nearly called it Operation Metro for a second there, and he's using this ZK383 again, a favourite weapon of mine, starting to make his way through the central lane from right to left. It's got these kind of Operation Locker vibes at this point in the map, I think, with these three separate lanes, and it can be very, very difficult to flank enemies that know what they're doing. This enemy team, though, really doesn't. They're just sitting there trying to hold on to a single lane, and his team push through, and they can finally get through to Alpha and start to cap the entire map. Xequira is next, I think that's how you pronounce your name, playing on Devastation of Rotterdam. This is going to be quite a cool clip. He gets behind the enemy team. He's in the scout class, of course, or the recon class, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes, when you're in these close quarters situations, it can be very difficult if you're a sniper, because you have limited resources for these enemies in front of you. Luckily for him, though, the enemy team don't care that he's behind them. He's using the silent throwing knives, puts together a bunch of kills. Even that guy that does manage to see him still gets a throwing knife to the face, a quick scope. A nice shot there. Just to finish off this clip, a final guy lying down on the floor as everyone on Alpha Objective is completely destroyed. Just a couple of clips left in today's episode. This one from Lookalion1911. I think that's how you pronounce your name. A nice little spray down with this grease gun. A bunch of enemies all together as he jumps down. Turns around, a couple more there. I think it's 12 or 13 kills with just a few magazines. I know we had him at the start of this video, but Enders did send in a bunch of clips that he is streaming, well, most days, as he looks to fight his way through all of the rubbish that we have to put up with on Battlefield 5 to find the good bits. This is, of course, one of those good bits, playing on Rotterdam Grind with this Type 2A, the demon weapon on Battlefield 5. I can't believe DICE actually put this thing in the game and still haven't nerfed it considerably. It's incredible. This thing is just a complete beast on these close quarters maps, and this clip is really nice stuff as he just decimates the enemy team on Rotterdam. And the final clip he sent in is good old Twisted Steel playing on Grind. A nice one this, as he uses the ZK383, a more all-round balanced weapon, and picks up a bunch of kills on these enemy players. Thanks for watching this episode of the Battlefield Top Plays. If you did enjoy, leave a like down below. You can check out all the players' channels in the description down below. And also, if you have any clips, send them in to battlefieldtopplays@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.